Actually, 18 after 10 o'clock, it is 21 degrees. I knew we were going to do much better than 13 degrees, like the weatherman says. And even Barbara said 19 degrees. She didn't stand a chance at all, but, you know, she has been down for a couple of days, so maybe she's getting a bit rusty. She'll get back into it in no time. Wednesday, August the 4th, and tell you what, let me do this. Galaxy. Oh, no. No. The computer's done a conniption thing, so I better find that again. I've got to be honest with you. Does happen from time to time, but, well, usually to other DJs. But this time to me. Anyway, stop the dribble, Grant. Let's find the song and get it right. Because, believe me, it's a great song. It really, really is. Today, got to welcome along everybody that's joining us on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're going to be watching it a little later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do. Yeah. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Yeah, well, notifications for later on when we have important people like Randie O'Neil coming out of New Jersey. Woo! Everybody was expecting me to go New Jersey, but I thought I'd give it the Kiwi way of saying it, New Jersey, right here at Galaxy, and believe me, you're going to love this. Last time we caught up, we discussed It Should Have Been Me. I stand by that, we do. Check it out, here's Randie O'Neil, and It Should Have Been Me. Sorry about that, Randie, it doesn't happen often, but it did happen. Gear is on board.
Yeah.
Nice to have him on. Hey, brother man, nice to have you on board. Thanks for watching. Gear comes out of Norway. He's the manager of a band called Viking Queen.
We've got Ted too.
Oh, Ted Tossoff is watching as well. Nice, absolutely.
Yeah, meet Randie, isn't she beautiful?
Meet Randie. Randie is a very, very good friend of ours, and well, I tell you what, guys. Absolutely extraordinary artist coming out of New Jersey. She really, really is extraordinary. We've been good friends for a little while. She's also a counsellor, so Randie, if you ever need a counsellor after you do a session with me yourself, I've got a good one as well coming out of North Carolina.
Well, that's awesome.
He's also a criminologist.
Oh, those could go nicely.
Yeah.
My background.
That would be fun. Yeah. Great guy, absolutely. And believe me, I have told a lot of artists once they've gone through an interview with me, if you need a counsellor, I've got a good one on hand, and I usually drop your name.
Oh, that's so great. In fact, because of all of this, I'm actually starting a peer-to-peer anxiety session where I do like 5 sessions of really behind the scenes of the brain chemistry of anxiety and understanding the mechanisms so you can really connect with your art again.
There you go.
So it's just not, hey, be mindful, meditate. It's a neurobiology of anxiety for artists.
Well, believe me, I've done thousands of these interviews now, and I'm sure there must have been at least half of them get in touch with you by now.
I've gotten in touch with a lot of people about collaboration. But again, keep sending them my way. Give them my email. I'm glad to connect. Always.
Absolutely, sweetie. Well, you know, I just feel sorry for anybody that has an interview with me. You know, either that or they come down with alcoholism, something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's for real.
Well.
It's a real struggle.
Well, they could have ended up being vegans.
Hi, Sean.
That is true. There's always something worse.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, I'm a meatologist. I love meat.
Oh, and I just had a hamburger for lunch. All good.
Brilliant. Hey, have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
No.
Yeah, I ask everybody because I'm trying to figure out whether they're made of real vegans.
That would be ideal. With a
Wouldn't
little
it?
ketchup.
Yeah, wouldn't it? Well, I tell you what,
Yeah, sure.
I had a friend of mine that was a vegan, and I says, where do you guys hang out?
Bye.
He goes, what do you mean? I says, do you go to the pub? You know, all I see is you guys on the news. I never see you hanging out. Do you hang out? And he goes, yeah, we hang out.
Right.
Do you go to the pub? Yeah, we go to the pub. I says, on a Friday night, if you go to the pub, get a little drunk, get a little upset with each other and go out and end out in the car park with your knuckles up, do you still call that having a beef? Get hit in the face instead of slapping the chops?
Having a beef-like substance. Having a beef-like argument.
There we go. Let's go live. It's all happening this morning, isn't it? It really, really is.
What are you up to?
The computer didn't want to play it, so we'll give it another shot. What do you reckon?
107.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. I think the computer's a little shy because you haven't been here for a little while, so it's, just showing, yeah. Trevor Stride, nice to have you along from Newfoundland in Canada. It's an absolute pleasure to hook up with you, my friend. Today we're talking to Randie O'Neil, lady that says it should have been me. I agree with her. Hello, Randie. Welcome back to Galaxy.
Oh, well, that's always a pleasure to hang out with you guys.
You know, we love you here at Galaxy. We really, really do. And believe me, you've got a lot of fans from all walks of life from around the world. Just love your work. They really, really do. So,
Oh, that's amazing.
tell me, Randie, should have been me. Refresh my audience's minds. Tell us all about it. Give us a skinny about that.
You know, this was just kind of really a humorous look back at the mistakes you make as a kid and who you try to impress. And there was just this really nice kid that I hung around with. He was a good friend. And looking back, it was like, you know what? If I was smarter back then, like, I would have gone for him. You know, and this was just kind of a way to, with a catchy beat saying, I should have been wiser, smarter, and know what I was looking for back then. And I actually connected with him a few years ago, and it's like, hey, I wrote a song about you, and he's just like, yeah, I don't know what to do with that. He's like, yeah, but what do you do with that? I haven't seen you in 30 years, and you wrote a song about me. It's like, but it was fun. He's a good guy.
Well, I'd be honoured to have a song, written about me. In fact, somebody actually did that not so long ago. A guy coming out of British Columbia, his name is Dwayne Watson. He wrote a song. Well, initially it started out to be about me, but he says to me, Grant, I'm sorry, my ego got ahead of me. It ended up about me, but you're in it. You know what I mean?
You were an afterthought.
Well, I was the initial thought, and then somehow it went awry, somehow, and it came out all about him with me in it, which is, the words are true though. Yes, I did find those two particular songs most fascinating, and one of them went to #1. He was there for forever. He really was. So, believe me, it was fascinating to have him do that.
Well, it's an honor to be an inspiration for a song.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
It is.
And believe me, that's happened before as well, actually. Talking about Geir Miranda, his band Viking Queen coming out of Norway, I introduced them to another band coming out of Canada by the name of The Mighty One, Tim Steinrock, and they got on. In fact, we had them on for a New Year's Eve one night, and they were still partying about 12 hours later while Tim was fast asleep at the desk on the computer. And Gear's going, Tim, wake up. Tim, wake up. And they're back into it again. Believe me, they made a huge friendship. And then...
Oh, that's so cool. I love those stories.
At the start of that evening, I actually challenged them both to come up. Do you remember the Charleston?
I'm sorry?
Do you remember the Charleston? It was the dance that...
I do remember the Charleston.
Yeah, well, I challenged both. These guys are heavy metal, right? So I challenged them. I says, come up with a new song, put the Charleston in it. As your hook, it will just blitz everything, right? After 12 hours of drinking and everything, they says, Grant, can't do it. No, we can't do it. But through that process, they worked out that they could actually come up with a Christmas song.
That's great.
They knocked
Christmas
it.
songs. If you can come up with a good Christmas song, that's awesome.
They knocked it out of the park, really. Christmas in the North is what it was called. The only blemish on the whole deal literally is, well, I introduce it.
I thought a blemish. That's awesome.
They never sold a cent over it, you know, because, well, you know, that's a put off right from the start. I got a perfect face for radio, not for television, unfortunately. Now, Randie, you know the process. We're going to take photos afterwards. We're going to go through the whole deal, and once you're later, we're going to make a movie out of you. But I got something new that you're going to absolutely love because
Okay.
this makes,
I'm ready.
This makes me look good. It does, believe me. Every time I see this, I think, fantastic. We're going to make...
Wait, I got to prepare myself.
Okay.
Okay, I'm there. Okay, hit me.
We're going to make a Randie O'Neil cartoon of this interview.
Oh, how cool. Me and cartoon.
You'll love it. You will love it. Literally, I do. And believe me, I got a lot of people saying, when are you doing the next interview? Because I want to see the cartoon version.
That's true.
Oh, how neat. What's the process for doing that?
Trade secret. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to give that away. Besides,
Okay.
even
Fair
I
enough.
I
Fair
don't
enough.
know. To tell the truth, I just don't know. It's one of Barbara's deals, if you know what I mean. So believe me,
Oh, she's very clever, Barbara.
she's amazing when it comes up to stuff like this. This is fantastic. And honestly, hand on heart, you will love it. You really, really will.
Okay.
And we've done a few, including people like the Hammond brothers, for instance, the legendary Hammond brothers. We turned them into cartoons, a number of people. And I think it's only fitting, seeing we are pretty much family, aren't we?
We are family.
There you go.
We are.
There you go. You're going to love it. Even Gear's been turned into a cartoon before, so... Sean Adams. Sean Adams is joining us. Hey, you mate. Nice to have you on board, my friend. Need some new music. And we'll catch up again very, very shortly. We did an interview with Sean not so long ago and absolutely loved it. Really did. Now, Randie, we're going to release I Walk Alone. I dispute this. I have right from the very time I first heard this, because you never walk alone when you've got friends like us around the world.
But that's what this song is really about. It's not a sad song. It kind of moves along. It's an old, like, standard, vibe to it. It really does. But if you really listen to the song, I'm not being treated well. And you know what? I'm not sitting around for you. I'm going to find my own path. And that's what really the song is about. Finding your own way in life. And
Right.
saying, I know how I want to be treated, and I got places to go. And that's what really comes across, or hopefully should come across in the lyrics if you listen.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Randie. Since we've been playing it, in fact, you know the process. We'll test it out. We won't say anything to anybody. And you are renowned for blowing up our internet. I've got to be honest with you. Every time we do this, everybody wants to know who, what, when, where, and how. And this was no exception. It just, well, a poor receptionist comes to me and goes, Grant, please just tell them who it is, will you? You know what I mean? So, here at Galaxy, and it's an absolute pleasure to break this to the world right now, is Randie O'Neil coming out of New Jersey, and I Walk Alone. I love the feel of this too, Randie, I do.
It's just got that one of those vibes that just moves you along,
It feels almost 20s, 30s, 40s feel to it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Is that coming back? Because there's a lot of music coming out just recently that has that same kind of deal, if you know what I mean. Is this a new trend? Are you being a trendsetter right now?
A train setter?
A trendsetter. Okay, are you being a music influencer?
Yeah, I have to give this one to my producer because I had this going in a more rocky direction, and I almost had it on I'm Not That Girl, my first album, and I held it off. I wasn't happy with it. I'm like, I'm gonna redo it, and Tom and I pitched it to Tom, and he's like played around with it, and he just slowed it down a little bit, and he just found this groove, and it's the most fun song to play because you just have to sit in the pocket and you let it roll.
Now, are you doing any live shows right now?
I did one live show last weekend in Princeton, and it was called Cafe Improv. Princeton is a huge magnet for a lot of the arts, and it had a great show. We did it outdoors. Live music has really been slow to come back here in the States, New Jersey, and with these numbers going up, we really fear what we have is going to, not be allowed to go forward. I have some live shows in November. I'm going to be doing a little tour of the United States. I'm going to go down to South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and doing some shows. So,
Tell you what, if you're going to North Carolina, I have a huge amount of friends there, including my other doctor friend, counsellor friend, lives in North Carolina. If you would like to hook up with a lot of these guys, I can recommend one guy called Terry Van Cannon, who literally is a slide guitar master. He's a steel guitar guy.
What about the gamble?
oh wow.
And the
gamble.
The gamble. It could be on Friday Night Gamble.
Yeah.
Believe me, I can hook you up with some really cool people, including a friend of mine, Matt, who has a show called the Friday Night Gamble. I hope you like to be able to drink, because believe me, these guys sauce it up, but it is hilarious. It really is. And he's a great guitarist in his own right, great musician. He really is. So if you ever...
I now have some friends in the States that are pedal steel people, and they are pretty serious about their instruments.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll hold these things, and that's what they play, and they're pretty dedicated to it. They're interesting lots.
Well, believe me, Terry, absolute master at what he does. He really is. And he's got his own recording studio and everything as well. So he does a lot of work there. Knows everybody in North Carolina. So if you ever want to get anywhere, anytime, believe me, let Barbara introduce you. You will love him.
Perfect.
Besides, he's got a beard like mine.
Oh, that's it. The beard connection.
There you go. Let's go live. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. That's going to be a gem, that one. Send that one to Randie as well. Believe me. Producer taking a photo, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's going to be a funny one, it really is. 24 away from 11 o'clock, it is 20 degrees, 21 degrees actually, downtown, and the weatherman said 13 degrees today, cloudy, gloomy, rainy, unnicey. Well, he was wrong on every point. And we've got it right. We have. It is Wednesday, middle of the week, officially hump day. Barbara said so. And it's August the 4th. Joined today by Randie O'Neil, good friend of mine. And believe me, I love Randie across the board. And she comes out with such great music. She really does. And of course, I Walk Alone, releasing that to the world this morning. Absolutely fantastic. Now, Randie, we would love... Oh, by the way... Barbara, bring that back on over here just for a second. Got to say hi to Sean Simpson, who's joining us. Love you, babe. Really do. Thank you for joining us again. We've just got a book here from Trevor Stride. If you guys would be interested, you can check out our radio station live 24/7 from Newfoundland. I will do that, and I'll get our crew to do that as well. Thank you for the tip. And the dub thing. Very cool. Now, Randie, live shows right now. It is a little contentious where you are right now. By the way, do we call this the tri-state area?
Yeah, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania opened up very slowly. Broadway's just opening September. They just started rehearsals and stuff. So we're very slow, and there's new wave. We don't know what's happening. You know, I'm booking some things. I'm hoping to make my tour. I hope to get to North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. I just did Princeton over the weekend. But it's scary.
It is. Now, have you had your shots?
I did. I'm vaccinated.
Okay.
Will travel.
Which one did
I'll
you
wear
go
a
for?
mask if you want me to.
Well,
Whoops.
you know something? I do quite regularly. You may actually recognise that.
Yes, you wear my mask.
I do.
Whoa.
I do. I really do, Randy. I wear it very, very regularly, and I'm very proud to do so.
Can you see this?
I would love to be able to use one. Unfortunately, I'm stuck with a bucket right now.
I'm gonna have to see. These are a little. These mugs are a little, but they're 17 ounces. They're the best thing ever. I'll have to see if I can't get them shipped to you. The shipping has gone up so much, so I'll have to see if I can pack some off.
Very cool, because believe me, I do like a big drink.
You know, you got to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't set up. I mean,
I love that.
do
I
it.
really do. But having said that, you know, which injection did you get?
which what?
Which vaccination did you get?
Oh, Moderna.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What did you get?
Well, I haven't yet, but we've got Pfizer here in New Zealand.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
it's better than Sputnik.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys end up in space, apparently.
Right. Right.
AstraZeneca, actually Barbara knows a scientist that works on the AstraZeneca thing over in England, so, you know, there is a few to choose from, and I'm always interested in finding out who got what, when, where, and how. But the thing, and I can hear it from you as well, is we're worried about this new variant right now, the Delta strain. I'm wondering when the Alpha strain or the Omega strain or any of the other strains are going to be. How many times now? Because believe me, they're saying you can have all your shots and you still might get sick from this one.
Right. There were the Yankees who had the shots, and they got 6 of them got COVID. They had Johnson & Johnson, which again has a lower rate.
But Johnson & Johnson are good at making
what
baby
they're
oil.
saying is you can still get it, but no one in the hospital has the vaccine. So it's unvaccinated who are getting very, very sick and winding up in the hospital and maybe not making it. So it is doing some good. So
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about Johnson & Johnson, though. They're the guys that specialise in baby oil, don't they?
no, baby products.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I've got a question about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many babies do you have to reduce down to make a bottle of baby oil? What do you mean?
I'm sure they have a formula for that. Get it? A formula for that?
There you go.
I got you, Grant.
You did. I love that. I really, really do. Randie, are we looking at new music soon?
I am going into the studio Monday. I am stoked. He hadn't opened the studio for people coming in until a month ago, so I finally got booked in, and I'm going to be working on some new tunes, and you always will get them first. So
Love that. Love that. Just got one thing to ask, and I see you've got an absolutely superb microphone right there. Can you record on that microphone?
live stuff, this is a short SM86. I tend not to, like this new studio. He's actually got this monster setup with 3 Sennheisers, and then he's got one in front. He's got this whole mix of microphones. I defer to him for that.
Okay, well, I tell you what I'm asking is this. Next time you're near a recordable 58 or more, how about saying, "Hi, this is Randie O'Neil. You can hear me on Galaxy 107 FM.
I'll get you one.
Please, I would love to add something like that, or even you introducing new songs as well, and be able to roll these here at Galaxy. Keep Randie O'Neil rolling. What do you reckon?
I will get that done. Not a problem.
Love that.
Not a problem.
Love that. Because believe me, Randy, I'm a big fan. You know that. We're good friends. And I would love to be able to promote you that much more if I can get a chance. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
It's all
you
about...
guys are so in my heart that I will definitely do that for you.
It's all about Randie O'Neil, and believe me, we love to be able to do that. We really, really do. Randy, don't go anywhere just yet, because we do have another interview to go to in North Carolina. There you go. Chuck Johnson and Charlie Horse are going to be joining us, but in the meantime, let's go out with Kate Bush.